Hello friends, my name is Nitin Usgare uh, and we are discussing on the topic of a data mining or a machine learning tool called as Weka. In previous video, we have seen the Explorer application in Weka. Today, we will discuss on the experimental application in Weka. The name of this application itself indicates that when a user want to evaluate the performance of a different classifier just to select among them, to select the best among them, in that case the user has the liberty to use this application called experimenter. So to start with experimenter, click here. A new window will appear for the experiment uh, application. So this is the user interface of experiment application in Weka. So to start the experiment, a new experiment, click here on new button, add the data set. So I will add the data set iris, use the relative path for this, and then you can see there are some other options on the right hand side of the screen. That is, you can add the classifier, you can add the multiple classifier in order to check their performance. So to add the classifier, I'll click on this add classifier. So we know that Weka offers some nearest neighbor classifiers. So these classifiers are available under this lazy folder. So these are the three lazy classifier offered by the Weka. All these are the nearest neighbor classifier. We know that in machine learning we use the nearest neighbor classifier. This is basically a distance based modeling where we will find the nearest neighbor of a given test instance, and after that we will perform the classification depends on the maximum instances belong to the class. Right. So this is just a brief introduction about the nearest neighbor classification method. So these are the three nearest neighbor classifier. I'll select the first one, that is IBK, click OK, add the next one, that is K star, and the third one, that is LWL. So all these are the nearest neighbor classifier, and I have added them just to know or just to compare their performance. So for that purpose I am using this experiment tab. Fine. After this, just go to run tab and click on test run. So start your run test, and you can find your test is finished with 0 errors. That means there is your experimenter has successfully built the experiment. Then to analyze the experiment, go to the analysis tab and click on experiment, and here you can see the test output window will show you the available result set for the experiment purpose. So first result set is belongs to IBK, the second result set it belongs to K star, and the third result set is belong to LWL. After this, the user can just click on perform test. Click here perform test, and now you can find that the Weka has, the experimental application of Weka had shown the performance of each nearest neighbor method. So the performance of IBK is 95.40, whereas the performance of lazy is 94.67, and 93.47 is the performance of LWL as well. Well, so this statistics helps me to choose the best nearest neighbor algorithm amongst these three. So this figures clearly indicates that the first nearest neighbor method that we have selected, that is IBK algorithm, is the best one amongst all, right? The second choice that I can go for is the K star. So K star nearest neighbor method has a good performance as compared to LWL nearest neighbor method. So this is all about the experiment tab. These are some configuration that you can uh, make the changes that you can have the different values for each configuration. So select the rows and column, so you can select the rows and column for all these statistics. Then columns, these are the columns, you can swap the columns. Okay, then percent correct, significance, sorting, test base, displayed columns. So these are some configuration that user wish, then can change it, can change it, right. Here user also can change the order of this nearest neighbor method, that if I want the IBK to be at the second place, so you can select that algorithm and just click here, down, down. If you want K star to be at the second number, then you can. If you want K star at the first number, you can. So you can change the order using this two features in experimenter tab. So this is all about the experimenter tab. The user can perform the test on the different algorithm, the different classification algorithm, different clustering algorithm, different feature selection algorithm, so as to identify the best performing algorithm. So this is all about the experiment application in Weka. Thank you. See you soon in the next video.